It's Wednesday, March 8th. This is the third week of Lent. See, it started on a Wednesday, first week, second week, now the third week of Lent. So I have this idea that I call a base weight. And what that is I take my lowest weight that I weighed in a week, and then I round it up. And that gives me a base weight. And I found this is a really useful thing. See, the trouble is that when you're losing weight, your weight fluctuates a lot, right? So it's hard to, how do you measure how much you weigh, right? So, and plus, I could weigh myself and then weigh myself 15 seconds later, especially if I want to film it, right? I'll weigh myself and then, oh man, I want to take a picture of this. And when I come back in, my weight will have changed by an entire half pound. Well, really, normally 0.4 pounds because, my scale only goes to the nearest 2.2 pounds. So just weighing myself one time doesn't count. If I weigh myself and I weigh under a certain number, then I have to weigh myself again a couple times, and I have to get that value, under a certain point a couple times, because a lot of times, you can weigh yourself one time and you get this low, and it's just one time, and because say, because I went down to 185.8 a couple times, so I round that up to 186 as my base, and I just hit that. Well, actually, I hit 185.8 again, so I'm down to the low point in my weight. From here on out, I'm actually losing weight from my refeed. Remember, before I went to the doctor last week, I had a big refeed, and then gained like 9.5 pounds, right? And so now I just lost all that weight, and I'm back down to my just tad under 186 pounds. So I'm gonna go have some coffee now with some sweetener. The door to the sweetener store. Let me just put a little bit of sweetener in that coffee. Today is garbage pickup day, and I'm headed home to carry out my garbage and clean up the aftermath of my refeed last week. Last week on Tuesday and Wednesday, I had this really big refeed, and now I'm cleaning up the aftermath. This morning, I just got back down below the weight of my refeed. So all this time, for a whole week, I actually weighed more than I did when I got down to my lowest weight. Look, this stuff's got 14 servings per container, but if you read the fine print here, it says 1 gram of sugar. So that's really 14 grams of sugar per container. So you eat 2 containers of this stuff, and that's almost 30 grams of sugar. That's actually a lot. The boobies, like I said, that doesn't have any sugar in it. It has 0 calories too. Yeah, so I had that, and I had the tuna, but really, I can't understand why this made me gain. When I had my refeed the 2 days before I went to the doctor, I gained 9.5 pounds, and it's just like a week later on the next following Wednesday that I finally got down to what I was before my last refeed. Let me this up here. Ooh. Yeah, carry this out to the street, huh? Oh, taking out the trash. You know, Wednesdays are kind of a big day around here because that's the day that we have to get our garbage out because the truck comes very early in the morning on Thursday morning. So you got to get your trash out before, yeah, the truck comes before you wake up. So you got to get your trash out. So here's the aftermath of the refeed of last week. Okay, so I'm kind of watching one of the new Star Wars, but what I wanted to show you here, I promise we're not going to have too many numbers, but see, Wednesday, March 8th, at 8 a.m., I weighed 185 pounds, which that's like last week's minimum, see? Last week's minimum, 185 pounds. So that means I'm below my base. And what I have to look forward to is the snack. I get to have a snack when I get below 184 pounds. I don't know when that'll be. You know, it used to be every Sunday I got to have a burrito, whether I was above my target or not. But now the thing is that I've gone to a new system for Lent. I've given up burritos, but you know, when I hit 184, I get to have a jerky snack. No telling how long that will be.
Run, hide, plead for mercy, scatter your forces. You give way to an enemy this evil with this much power, and you condemn the galaxy to an eternity of submission. The time to step closer to the ashes of Jeddah.
Tell him, honey. Trying to battle weight, man. That's like the hardest one to fight off. I love this parts of this. It's kind of been watered down and feminized, but I love the Star Wars franchise. So this has been my fasting journal for the third week of Lent on Wednesday, kind of midweek report. Uh, like I said, I'm finally back down to my weight after my last refeed. I've lost 9.5 pounds, but really that's just got me back to square zero because now I'm just back to what I weighed before the last time I ate. But now, you know, I'm really finally starting to lose some weight. So I'm doing some Lenten fasting. I feel pretty good. You know, I'm supposed to be focusing on spiritual things, hungering after the Lord. And that's really what I'm doing. You know, I feel good. I feel like I'm going pretty well, and I'm thirsting and hungering after the things of the Lord, not for material things. I'm getting control. That's what fasting is all about, being in control. So I'll have another report soon, but this concludes my report for midweek, the Wednesday of the third week of Lent.